Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here today on the channel we are checking out something pretty exciting. BenQ has went ahead and sent me the ScreenBar e-reading lamp. This thing is a monitor light. It is a light that goes onto your monitor. I'm not even 100% sure all of the features of this bad boy, but that's the point of doing a product review. I'm gonna set this bad boy up, I'm gonna put it to the test, and I'm gonna give you guys my official opinion on the BenQ ScreenBar e-reading lamp. It's kind of crazy because like growing up and being huge into gaming, BenQ is a pretty big company within the gaming industry. When I was growing up and when esports were kind of just coming into the scene, well, maybe not just coming into the scene, but when I first started watching esports, BenQ was like the #1 name for monitors back then, maybe even still today. I'm not up on my technology, but I know for a fact BenQ is a really well-known company. A well-known name, it's known for being a good brand, and obviously if your monitors are being used for esports and stuff like that, you got something going for you. So I do want to say this, I want to get it out of the way right off the bat that this is sponsored by BenQ. They sent on over this monitor light for me to check out, for me to do a review on, so that's what we're gonna do here today. This is an ad, this is sponsored. I'm hyped to be able to do this, man. Can't thank BenQ enough. Let's get into checking out the light. And guys, we have light. Look at that. That is actually awesome. So all of the controls are actually up top here. There are no buttons or anything, and all you have to do is touch the controls to make them work. Just like that, the lights are on, the lights are shining, and obviously you can control everything from the brightness of the light, the warmth of the light. There's actually an automatic detection system which will set the light depending on what your room looks like. So if we just go ahead and actually hit that, it will boom change the lights. It made it more warm, and it will actually adjust for your environment, so that's pretty cool. Obviously you just tap and you can change the brightness. You can hold and it will go all the way down, hold again and it will go all the way back up. Same thing for the warmth, you just push and hold and you can change the warmth to more of a blue light, or you can press again to go back up to a more yellow light, and it really allows you to find that perfect balance. I know I did mention earlier that I don't really know every feature or every benefit that this ScreenBar does have to offer, but I think the most obvious one, #1, is actually that it can be a light for your desktop. Say your room's dark, you have notes down here, or you're trying to eat dinner or something while sitting at your computer, you can flip that light on. You don't have to have your whole room lit up, and you can actually see what you're doing on your desk. I think that's the most simple use. The more in-depth use is the fact that it actually helps reduce eye strain. I'm not too sure on all of the science and all that behind it, but it's actually supposed to make looking at a monitor for extended periods of time, which I do a ton, recording, editing, all of that good stuff. If you're looking at a monitor for a long period of time, this light bar is supposed to make that easier on the eyes. So I think that's enough of the setup, enough of the intro to the product. I know I did say this already, but it was before I could actually see some light coming from the ScreenBar. It's time to put this product to the test. I'm gonna edit, I'm gonna record, I'm gonna use this thing for a lot of hours and see how my eyes are feeling. After using the BenQ ScreenBar e-reading lamp, monitor light, whatever you do want to call it, a ton. I've used this thing for hours. Whenever I'm here at the setup, this thing is on. So I've used it a ton, and I think it's time to tell you guys how I actually feel about this thing. And I just want to start off by saying that I am overly impressed with the product. Coming into this and waiting for the screen bar to actually show up while it was shipping, I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really have any expectations, and I came at it with an open mind, and right away from the moment I opened the package, the packaging, everything, it impressed me, and let's talk about it. I think the biggest and the best use that I personally have for the screen bar is just using it to light up the setup. Like I said earlier in the video, you can use it as a desk light and it just lights up the area. It adds to the environment, adds to the aesthetic of your setup, and it makes it a vibe, man. Rather than just being stuck in, like, say, a dark room, you can turn on the screen bar and you can have a little bit of light to light up your setup and make you feel a little bit more at home rather than in, like, a dark hole or something. I think the product design itself is very simple, very user-friendly, and it's very, very pleasing to the eye. It looks good in the setup. It's not big and bulky, and you can barely even notice that there's a screen bar there. Obviously you can see it, but it's not like it takes up a ton of space on your desk or within your setup. It's just there on your monitor and you don't even really notice that it is sitting up there. So I think it does look good in the setup. I think it does fit into the setup, and of course the amount I sit here at my desk, I'm happy I have this thing. I did find after staring at my monitor for hours and hours and hours while editing, gaming, whatever it may be, my eyes didn't hurt as much when I had the screen bar on. My eyes actually felt better after long sessions of sitting here staring at the monitor, doing whatever it may be on my computer. So I did actually notice that personally it did reduce eye strain, at least somewhat, at least a little bit. I don't know the science behind it, but I do feel like just because the screen bar is emitting light, and when it's dark in my room and I have this on, it's not just like my monitor blasting my eyes. The screen bar actually lights up my room a little bit, and that contrast between my dark room and my monitor isn't as much. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't really know the science behind it, but that's what I'm going with. Goon science. The packaging is absolutely on point. You will be impressed from the moment you open this thing up. When I slid this bad boy open, I was like, man, the visuals, everything is on point. My monitor's shut off though, that's not on point. You guys know, we gotta have the BenQ promo for the BenQ ad video, am I right? The setup is super simple. All you do is take the screen bar, you put it on the clip, you plug in the power cord, and you are good to go. Obviously, full touch controls make for very, very easy and user-friendly use. I love the touch. No buttons. Eliminate the buttons, man. Leave those in the past. This thing, I like the way the touch buttons actually work. Being able to customize the brightness and the warmth and using the auto adjust setting, and I mean just powering it on and off without having to hit a button. You just boom, tap, and you are done. It's awesome. I do think the ability to customize the screen bar light settings is a super handy feature. It actually allows you to completely control the light you are getting from the screen bar, obviously. I do find that the customization range, if that makes sense, I'm not sure what you do call it, but I do find that that range is pretty good. I find that I can get the perfect lighting that I do want. If I want a white light, I can actually find the perfect lighting just by touching the controls, man. The BenQ ScreenBar e-reading lamp. Link in the description, guys. There is a link to the BenQ website as well as Amazon where you can pick yourself up a BenQ ScreenBar e-reading lamp. You clip it on your monitor, you got a BenQ monitor light, and you are good to go. That's it for this video. Shout out to BenQ for hooking it up with the screen bar. I'm gonna go stare at my monitor for hours. Peace out.